7 animes where the main character gets mad and unleashes his maximum power. Have any of you guys ever had an annoying sibling that you just wish you can turn Super Saiyan on and beat them up for being so annoying? Well, sorry to tell you this, but studies have shown that if you don't click like and subscribe and turn on post notifications for daily anitube content uploaded straight to your feed, then your chances of ever going Super Saiyan is brought down to 0.0001%. Hello and welcome back to the Anitube guys, and in today's video we will be diving into 7 animes where the main character gets mad and unleashes his maximum power. I'll be adding a star to each of the anime in the description of this video for those that are good, and 2 stars for those that I believe are really good and you should check out. Without further ado, at number 7 we have
How does the rest go?
Deadman Wonderland. Middle school student Ganta Igarashi witnessed the slaughter of his entire class by the mysterious Red Man, and as the only survivor he was labeled a mass murderer and sentenced to death. Now an inmate at the privately owned prison and amusement park known as the Deadman Wonderland, Ganta must try to survive in a place where inmates are the main attraction in brutal gladiator-style games. I really do believe that Deadman Wonderland is just one of the most underrated series that has been lost in the sea of modern anime, and most new era anime viewers won't even hear about it, and it's sad because it is a great series overall, and I highly recommend you watch it if you haven't already. Number 6. Nanbaka. Nanba is the world's most formidable prison, built to incarcerate criminals who are too slippery to stay in ordinary confinement. The 4 inmates who occupy Cell 13 are particularly cunning on that behalf, having escaped every other prison with a perfect success rate. There is Youjo, a specialist in locks who has spent the majority of his life in prison, Uno, a gambler with great intuition, Nico, an otaku whose body reacts strangely to drugs, and Rock, a bruiser with love for food. The daily shenanigans of the 4 prisoners always cause trouble for the building supervisor, Hajime Sugoroku, who desperately tries to prevent them from breaking out of Nanba. Nanbaka isn't everyone comedic-wise, but if you can look past some of its flaws, it is a really good series throughout, and I really enjoyed how it poked fun at every anime I ever watched, and a few I didn't watch. It definitely needs a Season 3, which I understand will be released, but it has been almost 3 years, so the next season is way overdue. Number 5. Big Order. 10 years ago, a fairy by the name of Daisy appeared and asked the child Eiji Hoshimiya what his one and only wish was. Although his wish remains a mystery, the consequences were catastrophic. An event called the Great Destruction, the world started to fall apart as everything collapsed and countless people died. Now, Eiji is a high school student whose only concern is his sick sister. He does not remember what he wished for. All that he remembers is that his wish caused the Great Destruction. In the years since that event, thousands of people have also received abilities to make their heart's desire come true. These people, called Orders, are believed to be evil and are hated by the general public. However, some of these Orders are after Eiji's life and vengeance for those that he killed. A lot of people hate this series, but hey, not every anime has to have a deep and complex story with in-depth characters. I think Big Order is this type of series where if you're not trying to waste any brain cells thinking and comprehending what's happening in anime and just want to relax and watch a simple series, then this is for you. Number 4.
Unser Land gehört nicht mehr uns.
Chaos Dragon. Sekiryu Seneki. In 3015, the year of Huan Li, 2 countries, Donatia and Kuran, are embroiled in a war of supremacy that is tearing the world around them apart. The small island Nil Kamui has suffered exceptionally from the war, with lands conquered in the name of each kingdom and stolen away from the people. To make matters worse, their deity, the Red Dragon, has gone mad, rampaging about Nil Kamui, burning villages and killing people indiscriminately. Ibuki, a descendant of Nil Kamui's royal family, resides at an orphanage and refuses to take on the role of king. A boring conflict, Ibuki desires a peaceful resolution. However, the chaotic world will not allow for such pacifism when it's being torn asunder by war. The story is probably the best part of this show. Dark, violent, and bloody. The characters possess great powers that more akin to a curse, as great sacrifices are required every time they use them. Therefore, we have this paradox where there is no clear way of winning, as even if they defeat their opponents, they won't get a satisfactory win. Pretty cool concepts in there, so check it out if you don't mind normal to below average animation sometimes. Number 3. Seraph of the End. Having lost his parents, 8-year-old Yuichiro Amane is taken in by the Hyakuya orphanage, where he struggles to bond with his new family. However, this soon becomes the least of his worries when a major pandemic suddenly strikes, killing all above the age of 13. Taking advantage of the chaos, vampires who previously lay dormant underground rise up and enslave the surviving humans, using them as livestock to harvest blood. 4 years later, Yuichiro and his family have adjusted to life under vampire control, even though Yuichiro still aspires to kill all vampires and end their reign of terror. This often puts him at odds with fellow orphan Michaela Hayakiya, who emphasizes using wit and ingenuity to survive. Having garnered favor among high-ranking vampires, Michaela gains inside knowledge and uses this to plan a daring escape. But during their attempt, the group of orphans is intercepted by vampire officer Farid Bathory, who proceeds to massacre them. Yuichiro is the only member of the group to escape to the surface, where he is discovered by the Moon Demon Company, a military unit dedicated to hunting down vampires. Given an invitation to join, Yuichiro swiftly accepts, finally being presented an opportunity to achieve his ambitions and avenge his family. All I can say is Seraph of The End is one of the many enjoyable vampire animes out there, so this would be perfect for all my vampire geeks out there. Number 2. Kimetsu no Yaiba. Ever since the death of his father, the burden of supporting the family has fallen upon Janjiro Kamado's shoulders. Though living impoverished on a remote mountain, the Kamado family are able to enjoy a relatively peaceful and happy life. One day, Tanjiro decides to go down to the local village to make a little money selling charcoal. On his way back, night falls, forcing Tanjiro to take shelter in the house of a strange man, who warns him of the existence of flesh-eating demons that lurk in the woods at night. When he finally arrives back home the next day, he is met with a horrifying sight. His whole family has been slaughtered. Worse still, the sole survivor is his sister Nezuko, who has been turned into a bloodthirsty demon. Consumed by rage and hatred, Tanjiro swears to avenge his family and stay by his only remaining sibling. Alongside the mysterious group calling themselves the Demon Slayer Corps, Tanjiro will do whatever it takes to slay the demons and protect the remnants of his beloved sister's humanity. A great, compelling story, stellar animation, and awesome characters, and one of the best brother and sister bonds in anime. Who doesn't love Demon Slayer? It appeals to nearly everyone's taste, so if you haven't watched it yet, what are you doing? Number 1. Youjo Senki, Saga of Tanya the Evil. Tanya Dugarachaff is a young soldier infamous for predatorial-like ruthlessness and an uncanny tactical aptitude, earning her the name of the Devil of the Rhine. Underneath her innocuous appearance, however, lies the soul of a man who challenged being X, the self-proclaimed god, to a battle of wits, which resulted in him being reincarnated as a little girl into a world of magical warfare. Hell-bent on defiance, Tanya resolves to ascend the ranks of her country's military as it slowly plunges into world war, with only being X proving to be the strongest obstacle in recreating the peaceful life she once knew. But her perceptive actions and combat initiative have an unintended side effect, propelling the mighty empire into becoming one of the most powerful nations in mankind's history. Normally, I never care about the sounds of anime unless it's appallingly awful. However, Tanya the Evil totally nails it in any given action scene. It really drew me in, and since I personally think the story is so good, I would highly suggest you give this a minimum of 2 episodes before you drop it. Because let's be real here, who really follows the 3 episodes then drop it rule? As always, thank you guys for making it this far into the video, and I would like to thank each and every one of you, amazing human beings, for deciding to subscribe and being a part of this community. And if you're still watching this video and haven't subscribed, what are you doing? Come on and hit the subscribe button and join our awesome community on our road to 50,000 subscribers. With that being said, let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. What did you guys think of the video? Let me hear all your feedback down below, and with that being said, hope you guys end up actually becoming a Super Saiyan so the next time your sibling bothers you, you can destroy them. And with that being said, see you guys in the next video. Peace!